Hello everyone, welcome back to We Can Automate. In this session, we are going to learn about another way of identifying the elements, that is by using accessibility identifier feature of the Xcode. And one more type of element which we are going to see is search fields. So how to interact with the search field, how to click on the search field, how to perform some of the actions on the search field, and what is the different ways of identifying it. Those things we will learn. So let's begin with the session. So as I said, we are going to use accessibility identifier in this particular session, and we will understand the search fields and how to identify element using element. There is one more way of identifying the element using a bound by. So we'll learn these three topics today. Okay. Now coming back to the Xcode. Uh, Last session we have learned about static text, how to use the static text and how to click on it and how to use the buttons and how to click on it. I have renamed that particular method with the static text and button. So I'm going to create another method here that is for the today's topic. Function test search fields, right? Open the bracket here, and I will copy these two code, which is a common. If you go to Xcode and go to open developer tool option, here there is an option called accessibility inspector, and if you click on that, this is how the window looks like, right? And here you need to select simulator. If it is showing a different use case, you need to, if it is showing a different device, you need to select the simulator, and the simulator will be highlighted. What you can do here is you can click on this inspector identifier inspector button, and you can hover on the different elements here, and it starts showing the different attributes of each elements which are there in the screen. Another way is you can just start clicking on this arrow mark. It will start showing all the elements and its respective attributes in a sequential way. Let's take an example of this particular element, that is a page control, right? This particular element is of type button, right? And it is having a label called page control. If you take a look on any of the other type of element here, this is one of the titles. For example, this is identified as a header and the label says UI catalog, kit catalog, right? Like this, for each element, it will show all the attributes of a given element, and we can use that attributes in our script. So in this particular XUI test, this is the second method of identifying the elements. First one is using the PO object, that is a print object, and another one is using a inspector, accessibility inspector, which is given by Xcode itself. Now, so as soon as I launch the application, what I want to do this session is I want to click on this search bar. So I'll just click on this arrow mark and I will identify the search, right? So this is the this is saying that it is a static text, right? And it has a label called search. What I will do, I'll just say app dot static text, right? Static text, and inside that the label says search, and I want to tap on this, correct? After tapping on this, just click on search, and there is a one more element, that is default. So let's identify the attributes of it. So default says that again it is a static text and the value says it is default. Again same app dot static text, and inside that I'm going to provide a label as default and tap. Okay, cool. So we have done the tap operation. So now on this screen, I want to click on this search bar. I want to enter some keyword into this search bar. And in the XUI test, for any given search bar, it will be identified as a search field. So now how to perform some of the actions on this search field is similar way. App dot search field is of type elements, and After this, what we need to do, we need to click on this search bar. Before clicking on the search bar, we need to see little hierarchy. What is hierarchy of it? In this particular screen, there is only one search field. There is no other search field and there is no much hierarchy also given in this. So what we can do, when there is only one element in the entire search fields, then we can say dot element, and after saying element it will be pointing to that particular element. On top of that, we can perform some of the actions. So what action I want to do, that is tap operation. First I want to tap on the search field, then I want to enter the keyword. So I have done with the tab. Now the same code I will copy and say after element I want to enter the text. To enter a text into the search field, there is a method given by Exivia test, that is a type text, and we can make use of this type text and enter the keyword into it. So here I am passing a keyword as mobile, right? So this is my code to enter a keyword into the search bar, right? So let me run this particular test case and see how it works. So it is launching the application, clicking on the search bar, and it is entering a keyword called mobile, right? So this is about handling the search field and the element when there is only one element into it. So assume we'll get into some of the scenarios where we'll have a many elements into it and we want to handle the elements based on the index. Just trying to identify the element again. Say for example, this is a search field and here it is showing only one element. Assume that inside this, under this will have many elements and I want to handle that elements based on the index. Index is nothing but it is starting with the 0, 1 and it increases like that, right? The same code, if I want to handle by using a index, right, there is a way called bound by. So what I will do, I will write the same code, see app search field, right, and inside that bound by, this is the method element bound by. Here I need to provide the index. What is the index? Here I have only the one element, that's why I'm providing that is a zeroth element. After that I will enter this type text. So here what I'm doing, identifying the element using a bound by and doing a tap operations, then identifying the element again using by bound by, then entering a text into it. So this is another way. I'll just say that second way of handling element using bound by. This is first way of handling element by element. So here what I'm going to do now is I'll comment this particular code and I'll see that this way of coding works or not. I'll just run this test case and see whether it is working fine or not. Cool, it is doing the same job as the previous code. Here we have learned how to identify the element by using an inspector, how to handle the search field by using element, how to handle the search by using a bound by. Thank you. I'll see you in the next session.